Hi everyone, it's Lord Bailey here, and we are continuing Kate Walker's journey in Syberia 2. We're going towards the monastery. Apparently there are some monks in there that will help Hans Voralberg get better, so we can continue the way towards, well, Syberia. Let's have a look. What's this? Some paper and something for coins again. I wonder, but it won't let me use it. So that's not for the coins then. Okay.
This thing's stuck.
So what should I do here then? There's nothing else I can interact with. It does look like a coin. Dispenser, but it's not. Okay, fair enough.
Stuck.
Let's remember about it and move on. And we'll probably get back here later.
It's really a bit too cold. I'll be needing some warm clothes.
Is that warm clothes? I'm not quite sure what's in there anyway. It just looks like some sort of cloth, a paper, a map maybe. I don't think it's a tissue. Okay, it's too cold and she needs warm clothes and there's nothing here. So why don't we go back and have a look? Have a look in the shop. Maybe they're selling some warm clothes. But on the other hand, we do have that suitcase in the train. Maybe finally I'll be able to pick it up and interact with it. Otherwise, I do not have any ideas. So we're definitely going back up. I still have this number for the candy dispenser manufacturer. I don't know how that is gonna come in handy, but I'm guessing it's there for a reason. Although that's one of the things that lost me in Syberia 1, thinking that everything's necessarily for a reason, while it wasn't. So maybe don't get ahead of ourselves so far. Let's go and ask about some warm clothes.
Colonel, please, can you help me?
What can I do for you, Miss Walker?
I want to go up to the monastery, but it's so cold outside. Would you have some warm clothes to loan me?
Maybe so. I might find what you want up in the attic. I'll get the ladder out.
I'll pay you for what I use, of course.
Don't you worry, Katyushka. You're a true ray of sunshine in this dusty old shop. And we don't see sunshine here every day.
Well, that was quite nice actually, and for once he became useful.
You'll find something that'll fit you in the attic, I'm sure.
Something that I wasn't expecting at all.
There you go, miss. I can't climb up there anymore.
Alright, so let's climb up there. Try not to fall off the ladder. This spider in the corner really gives me the creeps. I'm okay with rats. I don't mind rats. I'll take rat over. Bless you, I'll take rat over a spider any day. Okay, so we've got some warm clothes.
Now, where to find someplace appropriate to slip into this?
Do you mean that we'll have to go and use the toilet in the train? Because that's the only place I can think of that's appropriate, as she called it, to get changed. So let's go and try do that. But I was kind of hoping that on this attic I'll find something for that, I don't know, cloth dispenser out of...
At last.
There we go.
Privacy, for once. Toasty, and not unelegant even.
Quite good actually, yeah, I like it. As I said, I was hoping to find something for that cloth dispenser or map dispenser or whatever that is. But obviously it's not the time just yet. So let's move on to the monastery. There will be a bit of running around, as I can see, from one place to another, but I don't mind that. The important thing is... wrong way. The important thing is that Hans is gonna get better, hopefully. I mean, at the end of the day, this would be quite sad if he spent his entire life looking for this Syberia and wanting to go there, and finally being so close to it, he'd fall too ill to... Oh, they fixed the fence there! That's actually quite cool.
It's been barricaded. These folks don't like people just dropping in uninvited.
Oh well. Yeah, it would be a bit sad if he passed away just before the end of his journey, lifelong journey. Yes, put your goggles on. Well done, Kate. I'm just thinking that this game looks exactly like Syberia 1 used to look, so I don't know whether there has been some time in between the games. It seems it's run the same engine. Should we go there or should we ring first? Let's ring. What do you mean no? That was definitely no. Okay, let's see what we've got there. And we've got a lake of some sort, and we can't do anything in here so far. I'm saying so far because probably there will be something to do here later on in the game. Bless you again. But no, I can't see anything to be used in here. Let's try and ring them again. And if that doesn't work, the little one has mentioned that she came here to ask for help for her mom, and they wouldn't help her straight away, so maybe she knows what we need to do in order to get some help. Is he gonna say no again? Oh, you're joking. I can pay you. No, I can't. Okay, let's go back. And let's speak to... I can't remember her name. I'm horrible with names, so I'm just gonna call people the short one, the fat one, the little one. It's just easier.
This thing's stuck.
I'm definitely not using them here yet, at least. Maybe I need to find out that I have to take one of those cloths, and then I will be able to do it. But just because we're passing through here anyway, let's try talking to those guys again.
I don't think that I will be very well received.
Nah, you probably won't. Good point. You've not been well received the first time, and now you stole something from them, so it should be even worse. In which case, let's go and find the little one. Ah, she's still here. Let's ask about the monastery if we can.
How is it going?
Oh, I can't.
Tell me.
How is it going?
Alright. So let's go and ask people in there if they know anything. That's the short one.
Howdy, Mr. Sirkos.
Good day to you, Miss Walker. How's our friend Hans Voralberg coming along?
Not great news.
Well, if I can be of service, whatever you require, don't hesitate to shout.
I do need a doctor. Malaka is the little girl. Let's start with the doctor
Mr.
here.
Sirkos, you wouldn't know someone who could treat Hans Voralberg, would you?
Oh, not many pill pushers around here. Guess there's always the monks.
The monks, you say?
People around here say the patriarch of the monastery has healing powers. They also say he's a dingaling, a bit of a fanatic, if you know what I mean.
Well, whatever. I have no choice.
But they won't let me in.
Do the monks have a telephone?
They don't even have electricity. You'll have to go up there in person, Miss Walker. Then try to convince them to take care of your friend.
Yeah, I've been there.
How do you get up to the monastery?
When you go out of here, turn right. You can't miss it.
Thanks a lot.
That's not what I was hoping for.
It's colder than the North Pole out there, Mr. Sirkos. Do I have to go up to the monastery on foot? There isn't some other form of transportation?
Don't even think about it, Miss Walker. Only pony can make it up there is Shank's pony. You're going to have to use your feet, I'm sorry to say.
Okay, fair enough. So didn't find anything useful here.
Mr. Sirkos, I'm worried about Hans's health.
Dang, it's all my fault. Never should have asked him to do me that favor.
What do you mean, favor?
No major work or anything, just to get my wind-up Broncos bucking again.
Oh, don't blame yourself. Hans was already ill before he came to see you. You've got nothing to do with it.
Yes, he was ill, but obviously asking him for help wasn't the best thing to do in his state.
Tell me, Mr. Sirkos, it was you who took in that little girl Malaka into your care, wasn't it?
I just couldn't bear to leave a little girl like that.
What happened to her mother?
Oh, a gypsy woman fleeing God knows what monkey business. She got here half dead and crazed with fever.
The monks helped her, isn't that right?
You could say that. When they stopped being high and mighty, they took her up to their monastery for treatment. But it was far too late for the poor girl. Them old crows make up their own rules. They'd leave a man to rot rather than get their habits dirty. I don't like 'em one bit, Miss Walker.
What rules are you talking about?
It's a phony old custom. To decide whether a dying man is actually dying at all, the patriarch of the monastery looks at the patient's face before deciding yea or nay.
But how? I don't understand.
I do.
They kind of make this print of the face on a piece of cloth, you know, like the shroud of Jesus in the Bible.
It's not in the Bible though, is it? The Shroud of Jesus.
I must confess I don't really understand this shroud story.
You'll see, just outside the village, the monks have put this kind of iron box. A box containing a pile of linen sheets. When you put one of these sheets over the face of the sick man, it has the curious property of soaking up all his sweat and juices. So effective it is that all the features of his face can be seen on the cloth.
And so the old patriarch looks to this print to form his diagnosis?
At least what he can judge is whether that face on the shroud is sick enough to get dragged up those rocks to the monastery and be treated by him.
I suppose anybody can take a cloth from the crate if he needs it?
You suppose wrong, Miss Walker. One person has charge of the distribution of the said shrouds, and that's Malaka. She sure is proud of her position. The patriarch himself gave her the responsibility, and that kid ain't giving it up for no man, believe me.
Okay, so I will have to speak to Malaka. Good thing I've got some more sweets.
Mr. Sirkos, could you please introduce me to the patriarch of the monastery?
Want my opinion? Best stay right away.
Oh, why's that?
Have you ever heard a showman and a priest sing a duet together? They think my cabaret is a den of debauchery and that I'm a funky old miscreant luring lambs from the altar.
Really, Mr. Circos, we're not in the 19th century anymore.
They are.
But we're not too far here, Miss Walker. Believe me, best I don't put my finger in that pie.
I've got to go now.
Go quickly, Miss Walker, and good luck.
Mighty kind, Mr. Circos.
I actually like the way that it's been resolved, that I had to come to him and speak about this all to find out that Malaka's in charge of those cloths. Because I think what it's gonna be like in the rest of the game is gonna be really story heavy game and story focused game. So I will not be able to do things just by accident, just by clicking at the right thing. I'll have to actually follow the plot, and that's what I like.
Tell me,
How is it going?
I need to go to the monastery.
he told me why they couldn't treat her at the monastery.
Yes, Kate.
Sometimes people get too sick and there's nothing that can be done.
Is your friend too sick?
I hope he isn't.
I'm going to help you, Kate.
Thank you.
Can you help me, Malaka?
Only if your friend is a little bit sick. Not too much or you'll be sad.
We'll see. Let's give it a try, you know? Like for your mother, with the monks.
On the road to the monastery, there's a kind of box with sheets. The monks call them shrouds. I'm going to give you a token so you can get one. It's very important, Kate Walker.
Then what do I do with this shroud?
Take it and lay it over your friend's face.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Thank you for your help.
Come back and see me. I like you, Kate.
And I like you too. Something that just came to my mind in the previous Syberia, in the previous game. When I was trying to do something that I shouldn't be doing, or when I was trying to do something that just wouldn't work, Kate would say something just to make sure that I know I'm not doing the thing I should be doing, if that makes any sense. And here she didn't say that the coins don't fit, or that it looks like it needs something else. So aren't I gonna get any more of those hints anymore? I hope that's not the case, because they were quite useful. And that's the token. Now that's better. The shroud, should we close it somehow? No. Let's go to Hans Voralberg then. And let's get his face print on the shroud. And I'm quite certain that after we're done with Hans Voralberg, we'll still have to get those horses sorted before we go anywhere. Because obviously that's the priority, right? Okie dokie. Let's see how is Hans doing. I think he's in this part of the train. Somewhere in the back. Yeah, he's lying there. How you doing, Hans?
How's it going?
Father, Hans doesn't want to stay in the attic anymore. What happened? It's not his fault.
Still in a fever? Don't move. Okay, yeah, it kind of looks like Hans. let's take it to the monastery. Quite a lot of running around here. And on the other hand, have you thought about how much of a coincidence it is that the only set of clothes that wooden-legged guy had on the attic was women's clothes exactly the size that Kate needs, and he was willing to give them away for free, which doesn't happen very often in this game. They probably have leases all over them. Okay, that should be more than enough for the monastery guys, for the monks, to decide whether they are going to treat Hans. I mean, they don't have a huge choice, otherwise Kate's gonna just walk in there and be really nasty to them. And they wouldn't want that, would they? Do I just call them then? Okay, how do I present it then? I can't attach it to this thing. Obviously it couldn't have been that easy, could it? Oh! Who in the world are you? Are you a monk?
Excuse me. I'm sorry to disturb you, sir?
Blessed art thou, my sister. What can I do for you?
I need some help.
I'm traveling with an old man, Hans Voralberg, and...
Voralberg? Did you say Voralberg, my sister?
I did.
You know him?
No, but I know someone else.
Okay, that was weird.
Can you hear? It is the sweet song of the Merula alba. If only I could catch a glimpse. Such a rare, pretty bird. Few are they who say in truth they have spied her beauty. It is probably seeking some other Merula alba.
I'm not that interested in birds at the moment.
My name is Kate Walker, and my train is currently at the station in Romansburgo.
Oh, Romansburg. Pretty town, but not the kind of town for pretty strangers. Pretty solitary strangers.
Okay, he's just creepy now.
I don't intend to hang around long, brother.
Brother. Yeah, let's keep the distance. Let's call him brother.
My friend is very ill, you know.
It is God's will. God's will. What can I do, my sister? What can I do?
Maybe you could visit him at his bedside.
Oh, never, my sister, never. I would incur the wrath of our Lord and Patriarch.
Yeah, probably.
I'm looking for someone with a medical background. Someone who can tend to the sick.
Our Patriarch is a remarkable doctor, my sister. He cures bodies as well as souls.
So maybe he could have a glimpse?
You couldn't help me, could you, please?
I am but a simple monk. You have to go see our Patriarch yonder, in the monastery.
They won't let me in.
You say that I could find someone to help me. Up there, at the monastery.
Yes, at the monastery, oh yes.
I rang at the monastery, but there was no reply. Maybe they don't want to let me in. Can you tell me, is there another way in?
There is no other way, my sister.
Why won't they let me into the monastery?
Dura lex, sed lex.
Tough law, but low.
I'm sorry?
The law is
Hard,
hard,
but it's the low,
but
yeah.
it is the law, my sister.
What law?
I don't like questions, my sister. The law is the law is the law.
Circular reasoning much?
I must absolutely find a doctor for my friend.
I just do the laundry, my sister, that is all. Down here, there are some doctors, and others do the laundry. You are going to make me late.
You might just steal one of those monk costumes.
Do you hear? It is the Merula Alba again.
Yes, I know, you like birds. I think I know where this is going. I'll just have to lure him out, steal one of those, and the bird will be an excuse to do that.
Why won't you help me?
I must finish my chores before evensong, my sister.
You live in the monastery, I suppose.
That is right, my sister.
Are there many of you up there?
A few old monks. Few are those who heed the calling in this age.
Tell me, what have we got to do to get into the monastery?
You must pull the rope that rings the bell, my sister, but not too hard, or you will scare the birds. Don't scare them. A monk will show you in.
Thank you.
No, they don't.
I rang the bell, but the monk at the door doesn't seem to want to show me in.
There are rules. Rules and traditions to respect here. Respect.
He's not
What
saying.
rules? What traditions?
That some people are less worthy than others.
Okay, so how does that monk up there make an opinion about my worthiness by just looking at me?
It is not a question to ask, my sister.
What is a Merula alba?
A rare bird. It can never be seen, as it is as white as snow. They say that when a man sees it, his mind clears, and his intelligence grows and grows.
Yeah, I don't think that would help you.
There seem to be a lot of birds around here.
Yes, but the only one that interests me is the Merula alba.
You're telling me that I'm not worthy to enter your monastery?
I didn't say. No, I just wash dirty laundry, that's all.
Yes, you did say that. You implied I wasn't worthy.
Femina inconcessus.
I don't understand Latin.
Latin, like the birds. Erythacus rubecula, picus viridis, merula alba.
Yes, I get it, you like the bird.
You speak Latin then?
Oh, monk's Latin, pigeon Latin.
You seem to know the Latin names of birds.
Pretty birds, pretty birds.
Picus viridis?
Woodpecker.
Picus viridis woodpecker, I think that's gonna come in handy. Picus woodpecker, okay.
How about Erythacus rubecula?
Robin redbreast.
Reuben, red, okay, I'll remember that.
And Merula alba?
Alba white, white
Raven,
raven.
my sister.
Femina inconcessus?
Women. Forbidden. No,
Right. I get it. Because I'm a woman, I'm forbidden access to the monastery. Now I understand.
that's the rule, sister. I can't change the rules.
Of course, brother. Women are the source of all sin. Isn't that so? I'm going now. I'll be back soon.
What?
Okay, let's lure him out. Let's take some of those costumes, skirts, I don't know how you call them. It's not a skirt, it's a dress. And then probably just pretend that we're a male monk, and they should let us in. Okay, that's the idea for now. Thank you for watching, and this episode is coming to an end. I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care until then.